Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
BBC radio presenter Sarah Cox has recalled being stitched up by Sacha Baron Cohen in an infamous interview. From 2000 until 2003, Sarah presented Radio 1 Breakfast on BBC Radio 1. However, found herself in hot water after her guest dropped a string of expletives during one of her shows. In 2002, Sacha appeared in character as Ollie G on the BBC programme to promote his single Me Julie with singer Shaggy. However, the host and her employers were left scrambling after the former dropped some pretty colourful language. During the interview, Sacha said "mother **** live on air and joked about smuggling drugs up his bum. Reacting to the swearing, Sarah told listeners at the time, "I do apologize if you've got any children in the car with you because I know it's half-term in some parts of the country. I do apologize, it is live radio." She later added, "It's not big or clever to say swear words like that. Seriously, apologies if you were upset by that." Although the BBC only received a handful of complaints in the aftermath, Sarah found herself under fire and has now spoken about the intense criticism she faced. Speaking on how to fail with Elizabeth Day, Sarah revealed she still had regrets for failing to control her guest. "I was 27 at the time, but when I look back at that time and particularly that day, I feel so young, and I was definitely unprepared," she explained. "Mistakes were made, and the interview shouldn't have happened as it did, and we were way too trusting." Recalling how there were about 7 or 8 million people listening, Sarah said her show was wild and fun and loose and they wanted to make people laugh first thing in the morning. She continued, "Because he was being interviewed in character as Ollie G, what happened was, he provided us with the question and he had written a script for his answers, which looking back now we wouldn't do it now and it would probably be a pre-record if it was with a controversial character trying to get as much publicity as possible. We do the interview, and my questions are quite simple and his answers are a bit near the knuckle and a bit racy and cheeky, but it wasn't outrageous, but then I asked him a question and he started to answer." Sarah then explained how Sacha in character started to spell out swear words, but the gag was him accidentally saying F*** on air as clear as a bell. "At that point the world stopped spinning for a second and I couldn't believe he said it and my producers looked shell-shocked and giggled nervously." Then flailing around, Sarah said she had no clue what to do next, but needed to stop the interview and eventually play a record before apologizing to listeners. However, she said the headlines the next day blamed her, while there was no blame or shame put on the comedian. "He really stitched me up. I don't know Sacha and he did it because he wanted publicity and it worked, but it really did me in. It was him. I was the one who said that on my show and I got the kicking the next day. It was all about how I messed up rather than what he had done to me." Speaking about hearing the interview played back on radio last year, Sarah said she still struggled to think about what unfolded at the time. Soon after the interview, John Bayer, director of lobby group Media Watch, called the incident was an absolute disgrace. BBC takes drastic action after Graziano Di Prima Strictly Come Dancing Row. Resurfaced video of Strictly Pro's vile training with celebrity sparks outrage. What is the imperial state crown and how often does King Charles wear it? Sacked Strictly star Graziano Di Prima kicked and hit Zara McDermott in training. In December 2003, Sarah hosted her final breakfast show on BBC, moving to the afternoon drive time slot. In the years since, she has hosted various other shows on BBC and currently fronts the BBC Radio 2 drive time show, Monday to Friday. She has also presented several television shows for the BBC including The Great Pottery Throwdown, Too Much TV and Back in Time for. usnews.co.uk has contacted representatives for Sacha Baron Cohen for comment.